Good evening and welcome everyone. My name is Yana Ocherenko and I am an outreach coordinator here at Education USA Ukraine. I hope that you remember that Education USA is your official source on US higher education. So, today our lecture is about experience and inspiration. And we are lucky to be joined by Daria Kurbatova. She is a freshman at Rice University. She is studying engineering. And tonight, Daria is going to share her experience applying to the US University and actually studying there. And I'm totally sure that Daria is going to highlight how to make your dream become true. At the end of the session, we are going to open Q&A. So please prepare your questions and drop them in the chat. And I'm totally sure that Daria will be more than happy to answer all your questions at the end. So, Daria, the floor is yours. We are really eager to hear your story.
Yes, thank you so much. Hi everyone, my name is Daria. I am a student at Rice University, and today I'm going to present my story of applying to US universities and just actually studying at Rice University. Yeah. Basically, to start, I will start with introducing myself. So my name is Daria Kurbatova. I'm a freshman at Rice University. I study mechanical engineering, Bachelor of Science, and I have received a 90% scholarship for my studies at Rice. For my stats, I would say that I got, which I applied like stats which I applied to, is 1490 on my SAT, 7.5 on my IELTS. Also, I've done research on offshore wind energy with Junior Academy of Science. Also participated in Genius Olympiad and national stage of ISF. Also, I did a bunch of Olympiads like geography, physics, English Olympiads. It's like the national level and the like regional level. Also, I've done an internship at Ukrainian Wind Energy Association, and I founded also STEM organization that is aimed at popularizing STEM sciences among youth. Also done like a bunch of volunteering projects, some like music, music program and sports. Yeah. So this is what about myself, and today, yes, I'm going to talk about university where I'm studying. I'm studying at Rice University. This is one of the top 20 universities in the USA. So this is a top university for engineering and pre-med studies. We have a lot of like STEM studies as well. So if you think about applying to like any like STEM sciences or engineering or pre-med programs, it's a very good university to study there. And this university also has a lot of programs for undergraduate and graduate research. I guess like 30% of our students, of our undergraduate students, do research. So as I'm doing the research, it was a really good school for me, as I'm going to continue my research here and maybe go to graduate school as well. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I chose Rice. And this university is located in Houston, Texas. So yeah, and now I'm going to tell you about my admission tips for applying to US universities. So basically, what would I start with? It's just like academics. I would say that academics are very important. Some people try to like not really pay a lot of attention to that, but I would pay, because like I believe that like especially if you apply a STEM major, it's like very important to have some like really solid academics. And it's a very good idea to participate in any like Olympiads or anything. So just like to try to get any like place, maybe like regional state, national stage is very good, I guess. Yeah. So for it's now I think it's very popular to do research, and I think it's very like interesting topic, especially as it was for me. I've done research at like 10th grade and 11th grade of my high school. And yes, I've done research on offshore wind energy, and I presented it on the competition of research papers of Junior Academy of Sciences 2 times. And also, you can go to other like to other competitions such as Genius Olympiad Ukraine and Genius Olympiad Global. Then it's like a competition with ecological projects like on ecology. Also, you can go to national ISF and like global ISF. It's like one of the most prestigious science competitions in the world. I guess also there are like some bunch of like competitions like iFest, iNova, and all of them. Basically, you can go to these competitions by going to Junior Academy of Science. So I would say that yes, I'm alumni of Junior Academy of Science, and I really like this experience. And I guess it's a very good place like for growth and like for boosting your CV. So I would definitely recommend to go like to explore like this place and what they offer you. So basically, they can offer you like a professor or like your supervisor, which will help you with your like research paper, and you will basically do research on whatever topic you like and you're passionate about, and then you can include this topic like in your essays and like in your CV and everything. So I guess it's a very like good opportunity to try. And you may also try to get an internship. It's like it is a bit difficult, I guess, but I just got my internship by just emailing like companies that I was interested in. And as I had an experience in offshore wind energy, I just emailed like Ukrainian Wind Energy Association and that I wanted to do like internships there. And they were like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, okay." And they just like gave me an opportunity to do an internship there. So just try to mail some companies. I mean, some companies didn't reply to me, but some do. So you should always try, yeah. And also, I would recommend taking the SAT, as many US universities are no longer SAT optional for the admission cycle 25 26. So I guess like Ivy Leagues, like Stanford, MIT are no longer test optional, so you should take SAT for them. And SAT is a very good like measure like of your academic like readiness to college, so I would definitely recommend to it. Yes, also prepare for your language test. It's oh yeah, prepare to your language test. It's like IELTS, TOEFL, and that. You can take whichever like you like. I think is that it doesn't really matter like which you take. Some colleges does not accept like maybe that, but I guess like in US like almost all colleges accept it. So you can just like take it. I think it's very easy because like can take it at home. But I've taken IELTS because it's also like maybe for European universities is also good. First course is like I think this minimum like is like 7.0 for IELTS and like yes maybe 90 for TOEFL or anything. So just like so minimum is usually like a C1. So for applying to US universities, so you should make sure that you get at least like 7.0 on like your IELTS or anything. Yeah, so you should always check like requirements on a website of your university because all universities has different requirements. So definitely always check it. Yes, and also I would recommend applying to some college preparation programs. For example, in EducationUSA, they have programs that I participated in. It was some like a successful admission mentor. Yeah, so I was a mentee of this program, and I just basically got myself like a mentor from University of Houston, actually from Houston also. Yeah, and she helped me with like application process, like applying to universities, reviewing my essays, reviewing my supplementary essays, personal statement. I guess just like having a list of US universities which I'm going to apply to. So like bunch of different things, and I think it was very helpful. So I would recommend apply to this program as well. Also, EducationUSA I guess has like competitive college club, which is like CCC, and you can also apply there. I think it's a good. And I don't know like a lot of about this program, but I think it's a good program like to apply. I think yeah. Also, I have a friend there who's now like studying there, so I guess they have like yeah I guess he's like really satisfied with this program. So you should definitely try this because I believe like this program just like have some experienced people who has experience like as a process of like applying to universities. So it's like much like better to apply there. Yeah, so you just have people who really have like a real experience and can help you. Yeah. So for next admission tips, it's like more extracurricular side and everything. I would recommend make a passion project which you're really interested in and take an active role because like I think it's I think it's very cool when you have like some project, some things, some extracurricular research, anything like maybe even Olympiad or anything that you're very interested in and you're very good in. And I think universities really like it when like they see it in your CV. Many many people do like some their like own project. As I also did, I did my like founded my organization, which was basically we conducted like lectures and like some videos, labs, posts about STEM sciences. So for each STEM science, like biology, physics, astronomy, we had like a lecturer, and we conducted lectures like every week. So I guess so I just organized this process, and I think it was very interesting experience for me. It's like as it like developed my leadership skills, and definitely I would say that it's kind of my interest because I applied like for engineering, so that's why it's like STEM project. And yes, I think it was a really good experience, and definitely I use it in my essays and like in my CV, so I definitely would recommend doing it. So you also need to develop a strong personal brand, which just mean that you it should be well-rounded. It's a very good thing because I also read some music extracurriculars, some like sports, some volunteering. But my main interest was like wind energy and research in wind energy. So, basically, it was like my personal brand that I was like build everything on. And I think it's very important to you need to have a spike. So like basically spike is like the areas that you're very good in. So for example, if you you can be really good at math and do like math olympiads and go to I don't know IMO, for example. Yeah, or you can be really good like at research, like for example like biology research, do biology research, then get an internship like at some medical center or anything. So you need to show your like particular interest in one topic and that you're really good expert in. And it's like I think it's like really boosts your chances to go to university because they really like some people who are really good in some particular topic that they're passionate about. And usually these people try to develop this topic in the university. I guess a lot of my like friends here did a research in high school and now they do like the same research here. Or for example, a lot of people like did for example informatics olympiad and they still do competitive programming here, so they kind of develop their interest there and they also like bring something new to the university community. Yes. So so I guess it's also, it's very important to be active in your volunteering and make a real impact in not just volunteering hours. Because, I guess, 5 years ago, it was really popular to have a lot of volunteering hours at some organization, but does it really mean anything? Like, those hours really have something behind themselves. So it's very important that you really make some impact on community or anything that you like on your project, and that you can describe what actually you did, like what results have you achieved and everything. So it's very important because just like all journals will not give you anything like any advantage. So try to do you can do less but do it like more impactful, yeah. So I would say that it's very important as for as I think so. Yes. And uh, so basically, as I said, you can have like 2 or 3 areas of interest, so you should not have like only one, but still you should not be everywhere because like some people try to list every single activity on their CVs that they did, and they like basically join every single club in their high school, and actually it does not make them like any special because they just go everywhere and they don't have like a particular interest in one topic. Yes, I would definitely recommend have outline for yourself like 2 or 3 areas of interest and then just like go there. Yeah, go there, explore, research, do everything. Yes, and I think it's a great idea to do summer programs. It's very popular here, I guess, and I think they're really like helpful. A lot of my friends here, especially international students, they did some some programs. Like my friend from Kazakhstan did program at MIT, so yeah, and she got it right. So I think you can apply to Yale Young Global Scholars, Stanford Pre-Collegiate programs, Launchix. A lot of bunch of Ivies also have these programs. I just listed probably programs that are fully funded. I know that definitely Yale Young Global Scholars fully funded. I think MIT programs are also fully funded, so you definitely can go apply there. Just like go search for these programs. They usually have a deadline, like it's like I guess January to March or anything like so, or maybe even December, like November to March. So you definitely need to like look, because like if you want to go like next summer, you need to look for these programs like even now. Yeah, so like do it in advance. Yeah, so I think it's a very good idea, because you like can actually like experience studying at like at actual like university or like any program in the US. You can explore the US. You can see if you like it or if you don't like it. So just don't apply there. So I think it's a very good experience, and yeah, I think it's very interesting. Like for me, it would be I didn't do this stuff, but I think it would be very interesting for me if I did that. Yes, and also you may apply to some like RISE program. I guess it's like a program that also help you to get into university and get to full riser. Also, United World Colleges is a program with IB schools, so you can also apply, for example, for IB school or like for AP A-level school, for example, some boarding schools in the US. And after that, you can apply to university. It also a very cool thing, because you can just actually study at school, like in the US. So like maybe United World Colleges, like in Asian countries, I guess. So it's like you can go to any country, like. Yes, they have. Yeah, I also have some friends in UWC. So yeah, and for boarding schools, you can apply to Ireland. You can apply to like to the UK, to the United States. Maybe some also like European like boarding schools, and they usually have like IB programs, which is like worldwide accepted, like universities like IB programs. And yeah, I think it's also like a great opportunity, because especially if you go to US, you can also experience this like US culture and like studying there. Actually, yes, I think it's a very good program. Oh, and actually, you can also apply for Flex. It's also a great program, I guess, so you can also get an experience there. And it's also like from Education USA. Yeah, so this was like some admission tips which I like think are really like useful, I guess. I hope for you. Yes, and I also got like some tips for essay. So for essay tips, for my personal statement, which I just actually did, it's like what good ideas. I think it's like to build your to build a personal statement on the timeline, like past, present, future. I actually did the same problem. So I built my essay on energy research. Yes, again, yeah, and I just did like this thing that like in the past I have a problem when Crimea was occupied, and sometime we didn't have an electricity. So I just remember when I was like 6 years old or 7 years old, we didn't have an electricity sometime. So I just remember this scene. I just wrote about that. I just wrote about it's like energy dependent on Russian resources. So it's we were energy dependent, and then I said that like we have a solution. So renewable energy like allows us to be energy independent. So and this energy independent. So I just said I like found a solution to this problem. So this problem was personal for me. Then I found a solution for this problem. I did a research on it, and then I projected on the future. So in the future, I hope that I will go into Rice University, or like I just like at like any university. You can just like project it to get like it to university, and you will like continue your research. You will continue to do that, and for example, go like found some company in Ukraine. I'm just like I don't know. Go to some energy company in Ukraine and like try to make Ukraine energy independent, and like increase the part of like renewable energy plants in Ukraine. So it was like my personal like as personal statement, like in a brief. You can also do that thing. I think it's like past, present, future is very cool. So you had a problem, now you have a solution. You did something to solve this problem, and then in the future you're going to continue like this, like solving this problem. Yeah, I think it's a very cool idea. And another great idea is build your personal statement, unique passion project, research, or extracurricular. So basically, I built my personal statement on my research, but you can also do it on your passion project or like any extracurricular. So it's very important in essays. It's very important to include like some specific examples, not just like vague things. Like I don't know, just like send don't say like really broad things that like, oh, I like this university because it's cool, because it's like good in rankings. Don't say it. You need to say specific things. Why do you like this university? Specific examples. This is a really good evidence like for your interest. Yeah, so this is definitely like for tip for personal statement. And for supplementary essays, I just like got a tip for like why this college essay. You should think the good idea is to think about this is like not only as why this college, but why us. So why me plus this college? Why should I be in this college? It's like definitely just like what I did. I just like, for example, I had like some like three areas of interest, which was like one academic, I had two academic and one like personal. So I had like, for example, I like to do research in wind energy, and you, for example, in some university have like a center for renewable energy research. So I want to go there, and together we can like be in a synergy and make a good research, for example. Or for example, I like to play the guitar, and you have, for example, some like guitar band or like any like music band, and you can go to this band. So together it's like a synergy, and like you can bring something to this university. So it's very important to think how your own unique life experiences will shape the community at the university. Like so definitely not think just like, oh, this university is cool, but think how you can make this university even like better if you go there. Yes. And rise is like in your Vice College essay. Yeah, I think it's a very yeah, it's a very good idea. So always think about like what impact you may bring to the college community. Yes, because like what impact on the college community can make, definitely, because like it's yeah, I think that universities, especially like for international students, they look for students who will enrich like the community and the university. So yeah, I think my own like life experiences, I had a lot of people there, and like everyone, like every international student and every domestic student, they actually like shape the community. They have a very different backgrounds. They came from like different cities. They have different stories. And they really like enrich the community. I talked to like a bunch of different people, and I hear their stories, and I think that like my perception of the world is like changing throughout this process. And also, yeah, it's just specific facts about universities that match your interest, extracurriculars, as I previously said, and a good resource for essays is the college essay guide. I think it's a very I really used it a lot during my like application process. Just like basically he has some, it's just like a website, you can go there, and I think he has like some examples for essay, like for supplementary essays for each university, and he also has some like really good tips that you can use. So basically, for example, for Vice's college essay, it's also like he's like yeah, he's safe to like be like why us and everything. So basically, yeah, I think yeah, for every university, especially like top 20, top 30, he has like this like bunch of like a supplementary essay tips. So you can just go there, like look at like some examples that people use and everything. So definitely would recommend this resource. Yes. And so so for the documents, that's a very important part, especially for international students. So I just like outlined like some documents that you need during your application process and after admission. So during your application process, you need to have a high school transcript. So you basically just include your GPA. I did my high school transcript from like 8th grade, so 8, 9, 10, and 11. 11 only like the first half, because like it's like only the first semester of the year. So because you apply like in January, so it's like only the first semester. Then you also need to have a recommendation letters. I think it's like 2 letters from teachers, 1 letter from school counselors, which basically yes, you can just like find a person who can be a school counselor. Yes, maybe like the principal of your school or anything. Yes, and like he usually this person writes about your like about you in school as a whole. Like, so for example, like to which clubs have you joined? To which like any like events have you like been to? Maybe like yes, which Olympiads you did anything? So just like tell about like the student as like as a whole, like in school, yeah. And for recommendation letters, it's like usually one letter from a humanities teacher and one letter from like natural sciences or like STEM sciences. So yeah, basically you just like should go to the teachers that you're really like good, have a really good relationship with, and maybe you're really good in like some subject as math, like you did a lot of like I don't know, like a lot of extracurriculars, so like a lot of like Olympiads, anything in math, and you just go to the teacher, and he probably like this teacher probably knows you because you like did a lot of things. So it's very important that like your teacher that you chose for your recommendation letter really knows you well, so he can write a really like good recommendation letter. Yeah. Also, you need to probably your school counselor should include like school report. I know that like some schools don't have this, and like I think you can apply without school report, but it's very like good thing which basically tells admission officers like how hard is it to study in your school. So, for example, I have studied it like. Last 2 years I studied at Kiev. In Kiev, and it was like one of the best schools in Ukraine. So we had a lot of people who went to like international Olympiads, who went to Ivy League schools. I don't know, like research, a lot of stuff. So I think it's like very good school. And basically, in school report, it just like listed like how many people there like in your school did like research Olympiads, what are their results and everything, what is like medium GPA, or maybe like what is like GPA, I mean GPA like in the school or anything. So yeah, they just take like a bunch of things. If your school doesn't have it, you can just like ask your like school counselor to try to create like the school report. Maybe you can also help like with creating this report, but I think it's a good like thing to have. Yes, and also financial documents are very important. I think it's like you need them in February, I guess, like January, February usually. You need to have a CCS profile, which is basically just like an application where you just list your like income of your parents, any assets that you have, any like I don't know, maybe cars, like yes, so any like flat, like a house, things that you like, apartments that you own, also, and then you also need to have like parents' wage statement. So basically, go to your parents' employer and ask them about like the wage statement like for the year. Yes, and then you need to upload this like documents into iDoc system. So not all colleges require iDoc, but I think like some Ivies require it. So I also did like iDoc, and you also need some bank statements, like so how many assets like your family has. And these documents are very important, and it's very important that you upload them, because like these documents are like basic thing on which your financial aid is evaluated. So usually, I think that like top 20, top 30 universities, like it's like need. So I think like all universities need based aid, and for some universities, for example, if your like income is less than 75K, $75,000 per year, you just can get like a full ride or anything. So all universities have their unique system, and they calculate it on their unique formula or anything. But it's very important that your documents are like true, and because like this is like this is a document that like your financial aid is evaluated on. So definitely you need to do it everything correctly. Yeah. And after admission, I guess it's like you need some medical forms like vaccinations. I also did a vaccination on like like disease. It's like maybe it was for Texas. It's like not for all. So basically, each state has their own like requirements for vaccinations. So it also depends on the university and the state which university located in. But yes, some medical forms like vaccinations, medical conditions, etc. And you also need to have a health insurance. So my health insurance is covered by university. But it's very expensive, I guess, here to have a health insurance. I guess like mine is like $3,500. So yeah, it's very but like you can't be there like without health insurance, I think, for most universities. So you need to have this. Also, of course, the most important thing is like to get your F1 visa, which F1 visa, which basically, yes, I think that the process for visa now is like much more complicated than when I applied, and I actually applied like for visa right before like new regulations. So I was very happy that I get my visa there. And then, yeah, so for F1 visa, you need to do like a specific form. Then you also need to pay for service registration. Yes, you also need to have an I-20 form, which is I-20 is like a form which determines that you're which like states that you're studying in this university, that you get like that much financial aid, like basically it states like when you start your studies, when you like finish your studies, and like a lot of important information. So this is basically one of the most important documents, like when you're in the US. So and after every when you travel like to other countries, you have like a new I-20 issued. Yes, because they like have a like a new record there. Yeah. So basically, yes, to apply to F1 visa, you need to have like your I-20 issued. Yeah, you also need to pay for service registration, and then also pay to the application for visa. And after that, you need to get like a slot for interview. I think like now they have limited limited number of spots for interview, but still it's kind of you can get it. You just need to do it in advance. Yeah. So basically, when you got acceptance and you're sure that you will go to this university, you definitely need to apply for visa like right away. Yeah. Also, and after that, I also need to fill in like 1042 as tax forms, which is like I don't work here like yet. I think that like on campus work is actually allowed for the first like for the 4 years, and off campus is only like since your sophomore year, and you can work like 20 hours per week. It's like the maximum amount that you can work on your F1 visa. Yeah, so even if you're not like working, you still need to fill in like tax forms and like tax yeah, and also you may need to receive like CCN or like ITN number, which is like basically also like tax number, but I think it's like more important than you just like getting university. Yeah, so just like about some documents which I needed. Yes, I think yeah, it's very important to keep all your documents like clear, because I think it's a very important like part of application process. And yes, and it's very important to not lie in your like documents, because like some people do fake high school transcripts, but you should always remember that it will not lead to anything good. Yes, so definitely don't do it. Yeah. Okay. So for now, I'm just going to tell like how is my studies here going. Firstly, I would say about academics advice, and this basically also applies to like other universities in the US. So, for example, you can declare your major and minor until the end of your sophomore year, which I basically really like the system, because I think that like when you're like 17, I'm 17, and when you're 17, you don't know what you want to do in your life, and you're maybe not sure what you want to do. And it's cool that like in Ukraine, you need to declare your major like right away. So when you go to the university, you need to say that I'm studying like this thing and I'm applying for like economics. So you study economics. But here you can change your major like minors like a bunch of times until the end of your sophomore year. So you can basically explore like whatever you like, whichever field you like. For example, like for the first semester, many people just do a bunch of different courses. For example, some STEM courses, some humanities, some social science, and they just kind of try to figure out what they like the most. Yes, and yes, I think that's a very cool thing, because like for example, for me, I applied as environmental engineer, and now I switched to mechanical engineering, but I'm still not sure. Maybe I'll switch to other like thing. So basically, yeah, I think like it's I really like this part of university. Liberal arts system, which basically allows you to choose like so basically you we have so we have like distributions. So basically it's like we have like three main parts of like studies. It's like humanities, social sciences, and STEM sciences. So even though I do engineering, I need to do like three courses in each of these like distributions, which for example, for this semester, the courses that I take calculus one, I take chemistry one, also I take chemistry lab one, also I take like Econ 100, which is like principles of economics, and it's like for my distribution two for social sciences. Also, I take a course called Atomic America. It's about history of nuclear bombs, which like were used like in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So basically, it's like a history course for my distribution one for humanities. So basically, it's very cool because like you not only do like your main like major, but you also do like some courses in other fields. So you like more like a well-rounded person, and you understand it. And it's also you can like choose the time for like your lectures. For example, if you can like do your lectures start at like 11, or like your classes at like 10, or maybe like my classes starts at 9, but maybe next semester I do it at 10 because I don't want to wake up at 9 a.m. or like 8 a.m. actually. Yes, and you also can choose like different professors. So for the first 2 weeks, you can go to like different for example, so we have like three professors like in like in calculus. So I basically can go like to all three professors, like figure out which one professor I like more, which one less, and just go register for like professor which like is best for me. And you can also drop out the course like for the first 2 weeks if you don't like it. For example, like some of my friends just like drop out some courses they didn't like, so they don't do it. Yes, and yes, I think it's like a very cool thing. And also, very important part is experiential learning, which is like field trips. Basically, for my history course, on my midterm recess, which is like October 15, I guess, yeah, October 11 to October 15, we have like a like weekends, like 4 days, and I'm going on a field trip to Los Alamos, which is basically like a New Mexico state, and we're going to the like museum of like nuclear history of US. And basically Los Alamos is just like a lab where this Oppenheimer like worked, and where like this bomb was like developed. So it's a very I really like this course, and like I think it's a very interesting like to really have kind of like a real experiential learning. So like experience to be like in this place where like this people really worked, and like yeah. So I think that like they have like field trips in a lot of courses, especially like history courses. I know that some people go to Alabama or like anything, so I think it's a very cool thing too. Also, we have a lot of labs, for example, like for each science, like for chemistry, we have labs, for physics, for biology. So basically, for like all your like sciences, you have a lab. You always do it. Yes, I think like labs here are like very well funded, like good funded. So definitely good thing. Yes, and it's also like kind of you see how you apply these theories in like in reality. So it's not just like like a theory based courses, but you also know how to apply, how to prove basically. For example, it's like reactivity of metals, which we like did I guess like yes on Tuesday I did my lab on like reactivity of metals, and so I can actually see how they react, and like I can actually see like this. So yeah, it's basically you just prove some theories and everything in your like real life. So I really like it. And also for example major, we have industrial process lab, which is like just you go to some plant and go there and just like see how it works. And yes, it seems like the real industrial process, how like everything is going, and everything. So it's like very cool thing. Yeah. And also we have a lot of resources to study, which I also really like. For example, we have office hours. It's like if you don't understand anything, if you don't understand something, you can just go to office hours, which basically hold by professor and teacher assistants. I guess so. Yeah, teacher assistants. We also don't have it in Ukraine, I guess. So it's like basically people that help you. Like it's like some, for example, juniors, so like seniors, so like sophomores, so people like on who did this course before you, and they did this course like really well, for example, and that's why they like become teaching assistant, and they basically evaluate your like assignments. They help you during the lecture. So for example, for chemistry, like we have groups, and for example, each group is like prescribed to like a certain teacher assistant, and this teacher assistant just basically helps us like to understand the material. And also every teacher assistant holds like its office hours. So I think we have like about like 10 teacher assistants, so you have like 10 office hours per week, so you can go like whichever time is like convenient to you. You can go there and you can just ask some questions, and they also like can just like explain you some concepts or anything. They can also help you like with your homework or anything. And also you can go to professors office hours, which like once a week usually. Yeah, and they also have like study sessions in groups, like peer tutoring. Whereas like it's not it's similar to like teacher assistant, but they are not paid for it. Like it's basically also like sophomores, like juniors, seniors, which also have taken your course and just like help you to understand or something. So a lot of resources like to study. I think if you're struggling with something and you really go to like office hours and like this peer tutoring and all of the stuff, you definitely will figure out how to do that. So I really like this because like maybe in Ukraine it's like you usually need to figure out it yourself, because like a teacher that doesn't really have a lot of time to like help you. But here, yes, you have like a lot of resources and I really like it. Yes, so for career development events, we have a lot of them. Basically, I also went to career fair like 2 weeks ago, which was like held by Society of Women Engineers in Rice. And there were just like some top world companies, for example, like Philips, McKinsey, NASA, also British Petroleum. Also, so I don't know, like it was only like for women, so it was like a bit smaller and only for engineering. But yeah, so they have like these top companies, which basically just hire RISE students. So you can just like talk to like this company's representatives. Yes, and like I talked like to a bunch of people, like I don't know, from McKinsey, I guess, from NASA, from British Petroleum, yes, like from other energy companies, which I'm really interested in because like it's like I do energy research, so I probably go to energy field. So I think it was, and you have like a lot of opportunities to get internships and jobs here, which I really like because like it's like a real application of your knowledge. Yes, and it's very hard to get an internship, especially as freshmen. I think freshmen don't do it usually. It's like sophomore and juniors. But if you try to, if you apply, it's like you can do it. Yes, and also they have a lot of undergraduate research opportunities. We have like Center for Undergraduate Research. It's like a lot. It's really like you can go to every like professor, like do their research, or you can just say that, "Hi, I want to do research with you," and just like in like specific topic. You just go to this professor. You did really well in like in class, like with this professor, and then you just like do research. And I think it's very like interesting thing. And I think Rice is like really heavily like rely on research. Yes. Also, there are like bunch of fellowships, there like study abroad programs as well that you can go there. Some of them are like fully funded, some of them not, but like you still can find opportunities to go somewhere. Yeah, so you can just basically study everywhere. Like you can go to Asia, you can go to Europe, you can go to, for example, I don't know, like to Canada. You can go to like South America. You can go to Africa. You can go to Australia. So basically, they have programs in like countries in like all continents, and that's very interesting. I would like also like to experience this thing. Yeah. So and you can go like to the top universities. For example, we have some programs like with Oxford, with Cambridge, I guess, like with some like uh, top universities, and like also in China and like in Australia. So yeah, I think it's a very good like opportunities. Yes. Yeah, so from a college life choice, I think it's very interesting. I never like thought about it like when I applied because like I only was interested like in academic side, but actually I think like it's very like yeah, it's cool experience. Basically, so at Rice we have like a orientation program for freshmen, which like I thought it's like all universities have this, but it's actually not. It's kind of a really unique scene for Rice. So basically, you just came here for like before your studies. My studies started at like 25th of August. So I basically came on 15th of August, and I had my undergraduate international orientation, which were 2 days. It's just like where like everyone told you about like your visa status and like what you need to do for this to remain on your visa status and to not violate like any laws. And also it's like a cultural program where you just like get to know like some international people, and then you have like a whole week of orientation week, which is basically for Rice we have a residential college system, which basically we have 11 like residential colleges, which is like your dorm, but like every dorm has like, so it's like 11 residential colleges where you live in there, and every college has their like like own unique traditions and like own unique like name, like flag, like I don't know everything like, and you just like in your college. So you're randomly assigned to one college, so you can't choose college, but you're randomly assigned to one of the colleges. And in your college, for example, there are like 300 freshmen, and or like 100 freshmen. Yeah, okay, this for example, and every freshman is in a group. So we have like a group of 9 people, and so we have 9 freshmen and 4 like upperclassmen. For example, like we in my orientation week group, we had like one senior girl, one sophomore, 2 sophomores, and 1 junior. So basically, it's just like upperclassmen which help you to transition to Rise, answer your questions, and spend like a whole week with you. This week is like half academic, half like college life. So we just been to many events, like for example to a Rise rally, which was like introduction to sports college system and everything. Yeah, so we did really a lot of like competitions and all like, really interesting stuff. Also we went like to like Houston, like to some like restaurants there, so it's like a whole week. And like the rest of the week, like this like first like college part and like academic part is basically you just like go and register for your courses, and like the upperclassmen help you to register for courses and everything. So that's a very cool scene. And like for the whole like year, you have like all week lunch every single week. So my all week lunch is basically today. So after this scene, I'm going to my all week lunch and just like to talk to people that were in my OV group. Yes, so this is like just like orientation programs, which I found really useful, and like the way how they organize it and try to like fresh, especially like upperclassmen, which like try to help you. I don't know, it was very valuable for me, so I really liked it. Yeah, so residential college, they all have their own traditions, and in every competition we just like compete with each college and just like scream for the college and everything. So we have also a lot of traditions, which is like some maybe Halloween, yeah, some I guess like American holidays like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and everything. We also have like a beer bike, which is like kind of a rice scene, which is basically also a competition where like people just like I don't know, it's like drinking and just like cycling and everything. Yes, so basically, Rice also has a lot of like student clubs, which is like I think like 300 clubs, and like there are some like academic clubs, extracurricular, and sports. So basically for my class I do Rice Wind Energy Club, which is obviously the Rice Wind Energy. I also want to go to financial club because like I'm really interested in finances, and also I did like a dance club because I love to dance, so it's like very interesting for me. So they have like some music clubs, they have like some board games, for example. I don't know, so yeah, it's like very a lot of scenes, so you can like a lot of like unique scenes. You can just like go to climbing club or like yeah, it's just like anything actually. Yeah, like a lot of academic scene, like for example like robotics like club, or like mechanical like societies and everything, like mechanical engineering societies, like, and for every like engineering they have this social justice, I don't know, it's like very a lot. Yes, and you can like join like any club just like by signing up like and going to their events. And I guess it's a very cool like opportunity to meet some new people and just like experience this life and everything. So for And for athletics, it's just basically sports games, which is like really a culture like in the US. It's in the US. I guess it's like in the United States. So basically, they have like some home games, and like one game that I've been to, it was like the first game of the year, and we Rice played with like UH, which is University of Houston. So it was a home game. It was basically at like at Rice Stadium, and so yeah, it's like a bunch of like a lot of people just go from UH, and lots of people from Rice just go there cheer for their teams. Yeah, and they played like American football, yeah, which I never like seen how people play American football. Yes, I guess it's a very like interesting experience. Like athletic system is very like different from other system. So basically, they have a lot of athletes that like get like athlete scholarships, and go there like to play sports. Just like yeah, so I think it's very interesting. Yes, and also like cultural exposure to local food and culture. Texas is like really close to Mexico, so we have a lot of Mexican food, which basically we also have like Tex-Mex, which is like Mexican food. Yes, and yes, I think it's like a lot of culture scene, like and also like speaking like Spanish and all of this stuff. So I think it's very interesting. And we also like have Rice Village, which is basically like next to Rice. It's like some like place in Houston where you can go like shop and like go to some cafes, like restaurants and everything. So I think it's a very also good place to go there. Yes, actually Houston is very like a big city. It's like I think it's like a first city for population in the US. So yeah, we have like a downtown, which is like because it's like high buildings and everything. But like most areas are like private housing. Yes, and yes, I think it's like very interesting to go there. Like I've been to my I believe like in a suites like it's for example, so we live in a room like of two people, so me and my roomie, and we also have like a three rooms. It's like yes, it's like a block, so you have like a three rooms, and then you have a common area, which basically we have like a couch, rug, TV. So yeah, just like some stuff. And my suite mate actually just invited us to like a dinner with their family, and we got to like this like American house, and like it's like I think it's very different from our housing, so I think it was very interesting like to go there and just like experience that. So yeah, it's like one thing that I would say. Yeah, for my college life so far, for the first months, I guess. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you can ask them now. And I also leave like some my like social media and contacts, so you basically can just contact me there. Like yeah, feel free to contact. I'm always like happy to help everyone. So yeah, basically that's all. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, and thank you for listening. Yeah.
Yes, cool. Thank you, Daria, for such an amazing presentation. And to be honest, I really like the way your eyes are shining when you're talking about studying at Rice, with this excitement in your voice, and it makes me really happy for you. It seems kind of like you are at the place where you really have to be. And yeah, I'm really, really happy for you. And I'm really proud of you because as Daria mentioned, she was a participant of one of our programs, Sam, and we're really, really, really proud of her. Okay,
Yes, thank
guys,
you.
if you have any questions, it's your unique opportunity to ask them now. Drop them in the chat, yeah, and I think that we have a couple minutes to answer them. Daria, I believe that application process was a bit stressful, and my question here is, how did you manage to cope with that stress, if it is a case for you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's of course like for everyone it's very like difficult like to go through this process because like you need to do a lot of things. It's like it's actually it took me like maybe like a whole year to apply to US universities, and you really need to like dedicate this year like to apply. And it can be really sometimes annoying because you need to do a lot of things. Like for example, taking an SAT, which was really probably like difficult for me not difficult, but I did like I just like did it for like by myself. I only prepared by myself, and I also like preparing like to IELTS, making your personal brand, which also was very difficult. Like to go to competitions and win it. But I think the one thing that you need to remember is that it's definitely worth it. Even if you didn't get in the US university, like your way how you developed yourself, your way how you like just like this personal growth of like this year when you just like try to do a bunch of like academic extracurriculars and everything, it's definitely enriched like you like as a person. And it's definitely better than just like to go like to procrastinate or anything, just like to go study, to do like random things. So I guess yeah, it's just important to remember that it's not only a process like to get into university, but it's a process of your personal growth. And for every period when you get like your letters like of admission letters, I guess it's also very important to remember this like rejection is like a redirection basically. So if you're rejected, it's like it doesn't mean that like you're bad or anything. You just like it means it's like if you're rejected somewhere, probably you will be accepted somewhere. Yeah, like even like probably I think like that like your destiny is like if you're accepted to this university, maybe it's your destiny to go there, and maybe it's like even better that you got into, for example, rise like to I don't know like to Japan or anything. So yeah, I actually was rejected by a lot of universities. So yeah, it was a bit like I don't know, sad for me, but still I ended up like at very good university, so I'm still happy for that. And like basically for engineering, I think it's one of the best universities in the United States, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, so just basically remember that everything will be like the better way for you. Yeah, and just yeah, just try not to think about like how you do this like for something, but just like do it for yourself, for your like personal growth and experience, and it's definitely will help you in your life. For example, like the CV that you develop will definitely help you for like any internships or everything, like or maybe to get into Ukrainian or like European universities. So yeah, basically just like what's
Yeah, thank you for this advice. From my point of view, they are really wise, and I really recommend our students kind of like to use them. And I totally agree that it's not always about the destination itself. Yeah, it's also about the journey. So I think that our dear students at least try to find a joy, even a little joy, in this journey, even if it is hard and stressful. Okay, I see a question from Arina, and I'm going to read it loud. Thank you for such a meaningful presentation. My question is about iDoc. What information should be included in it?
So for iDoc, which basically it will like you can upload your documents there after you do your CSS profile, and basically what I did is was like a wage statement from my parents, so basically from their employers. So it's actually listed like the years that you should include. I guess for my year, I applied in 2025. It's like, yes, it was like January 2025. So I included my like wage statement for the year of 2023. Yeah, so for the year of 2023, so it's like 2 years, like, yeah, I think, yes, something like that. Because like for the 2024, you don't, yeah, like people don't really have their wage statements with taxes, for example, in the US. So that's why they do it like year earlier. And it's like for example, for this period, you probably will have for 2024. And for that year, you need to include like your like this wage statement from your like parents, which basically just like your parents need to go to their employer and to ask like the statement like of how much they earned during a year. So basically like with taxes, and it's like how like all employers have their different like kind of wage statement. And yes, you need to include it like from every like of your parent, and if they have like different jobs during that year, like include it from different jobs. And also it's like it will be in Ukrainian probably, I guess, so you need to translate it. I would recommend like go to like official translator. It's not really that expensive. I think it wasn't expensive, it's like really cheap. And you can go there because it's like official translation, and you can just go there and translate it and upload it to iDoc. Yes.
Yeah, and my advice here is always reach out to Education USA advisor if you are not sure about something. So if you are not sure what is iDoc, yeah, and what documents you should include in it, so do not hesitate to text your advisor or sign up for the consultation. Yeah, they are absolutely free, and we would be more than happy to help you to figure out how everything works. Okay, thank you, Daria. I think that we are going to wrap up here. Yeah, once again, Daria, this presentation was really meaningful, really practical, and I really appreciate time you have dedicated to participate in our lecture. I'm totally sure that all our viewers also really respect this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you everyone who has joined us. Stay tuned for our upcoming Thursday lectures. And everyone have a great evening, and you, Daria, have a great rest of your day. Let's be in touch. Bye-bye.
Yes.